Minister, I had Prime Minister Albanese on our Sunday program, and he said that he's expressed a bit of optimism in the face of the Liberal Party's opposition to the Voice. And I'll just quote this to you. He says, Australia's political system has changed substantially. Just a couple of weeks ago in the Aston by-election, history was created with something that hadn't happened in over 100 years. We live in different times from when past referendums have been held. The time has come. Do you agree with that sense that the political landscape has shifted sufficient enough for you to win the Voice referendum?
Well, I think Australians are a fair people. And if you ask the average Australian, are you proud of the fact that we've got 65,000 years of continuous culture and history here in Australia? I think most Australians are proud of that, and they'd like to see it recognised in our founding document, the Constitution. If you ask most Australians, do you think Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people should have a say over the policies that affect them, health, employment, education, remote housing? Do you think we'd get a better outcome if we give Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians a bigger say over the policies that affect their everyday lives? I think most people say yes. So if we get beyond this as a political fight between political parties and we talk to people about what are we actually voting on here, recognition and a say over the policies that affect Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, I think we'll get a yes. And I'm really impressed by the fact that there are so many Liberals around the country that are saying exactly this. I mean, the Prime Minister's down campaigning with the Premier of Tasmania, you'd have to say the most successful Liberal in the country, because he's the only one that's elected as a state or territory leader at the moment. He's a backer of the Voice. We've got Pat Farmer, former Liberal MP, who's running right around Australia. He's running 80 k's a day campaigning for the Voice, former Liberal MP. Ken Wyatt, I mean, a very distinguished former Liberal Member of Parliament, has actually resigned his Liberal Party membership because he's a backer of constitutional recognition and the Voice. You've got, opposition Conservative members in the Northern Territory and other states and territories, leaders in their parties, saying that they're going to campaign for a yes vote. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of Liberal backbenchers like Bridget Archer that will campaign for a yes vote. But at the end of the day, it's not about political parties. It's about the average, ordinary Australian answering the question, should we recognise that as a country we're more than 200 and something years old, we've actually got 65,000 years of history and culture, and should the people who are most affected have a say over policies that affect their lives, health, education, employment, remote housing, these policies that are making an everyday difference in First Australians' lives, should they have a say about those? I think it ends up being a bit of a no-brainer.
Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek, thank you. I appreciate your time as always.
Thank you.